Hi guys, and welcome to another video of Anna does Pilates at home. This video is a workout with the foam roller, which is a great adjunct to the Pilates exercises to make them a little bit different but also really challenge your core and your control. With a foam roller you really can't cheat. It gives you plenty of feedback around your stability and your movement, and that feedback is really great to further progress around control as well. So we'll go ahead and get started. Do make sure that you have had a quick warm-up before doing this video, for instance with my warm-up video or stretching type videos. So let's go ahead and start on our back, and the foam roll is going to be in between of our back. So place the foam roll so it's around your pelvis and also protecting your neck, so your neck is not hovering, so that you can keep it nice and long. And if you've not been on the foam roll first, you might want to just get used to this sensation. And begin by doing a couple of pelvic tilts to find your neutral position. Feel free to put your hands on your sides and then rotating so that we curve away from the foam roll, and then we curve down so our back is touching the foam roll. And just go ahead and find the 50 between those two extremities. And just a reminder, your feet and hips are width apart. So if you're not sure, feet together with your knees bent, heels apart and toes apart as well. From there, with your back in neutral, just that little bit of space between the foam roll and your back, you're going to bring your arms up to the ceiling. And we're going to go into what we call protraction and retraction, so to give you a little bit more feedback around what's happening between your shoulder blades. To do that, we're going to point our fingertips up to the ceiling, and then we're going to bring the arms back to us. The shoulder blades are going to sink down to the mat as much as we can, so that we squeeze that foam roll of shoulder blades together a little, lengthening away. And back, lengthening away, and back, retracting back, squeezing shoulder blades together, keeping neck nice and long, abdominals engaged. Breathe out up, breathe in back. One more, and go ahead and relax your arms back to that neutral, and back down you come. From there we're going to go into one leg stretch, which we can then add the arms to make it double. So sliding one leg away from the body, keeping the other one nice and stable where it's at in neutral, and coming back. Breathing out to lengthen leg, breathing in, coming back. Lengthening away, keeping the other leg nice and stable, thinking of the imaginary glass on that top knee, which we don't want to pour any liquid out of. A little trick is you can push that heel down against the mat. Chest abdominals should be engaged, keeping you in that neutral. Now go ahead and bring your arms out to your side so we're not flexing through. Just controlling there. Allowing the foam roller to give you that feedback if you are wiggling either sides. Out to lengthen, in to come back. So feel free to stay at that level. If you would like to add your arms to make it double, then arms up to the ceiling. As the leg lengthens, arms behind your head into a nice big circle at your side of your body, and arms comes back up to the ceiling as the leg comes back to neutral. Breathe out, arm and leg away from the body. Breathe in, end the circle, arms back to the ceiling, leg back to neutral. Keep alternating sides, keeping neck nice and long, abdominals engaged, foam roll in your middle. finding it hard to control around the shoulder blades, then what you can do is make it a small circle just above your head and then come back from there. Let's make it 2 more double leg stretch or single leg stretch on both sides. And coming back to the middle. From there we're going to go into scissors, bringing one leg up to single tabletop position, making sure knee is not too close to you that we no longer are using the trans-abdominals. And then bring it back down and switch sides of a leg up to single tabletop position. So just doing a few in single tabletop, breathing out, coming up, breathing in, coming back. And again, feel free to cross your arms to challenge the control, the stability more. Otherwise, arms out to the side, but make sure you're very much on the tip of your fingers so you're not fixing through your upper body. So stay at scissors level 1. If you're wanting to progress to level 2, and then both legs up to double tabletop position. Now just a reminder, one leg up single tabletop, heel to bottom to sweep and up for double tabletop position. And from there, one leg comes down and points to the ground and comes back up. Then other leg. Making sure we don't straighten the leg past that double tabletop position at any point. Tapping up, breathe out, come down, breathe in, back up. And if you want to make it to level 3 a little bit more difficult, then you go faster. And it might be that you want to breathe out for 2 and in for 2. Make sure your back is still in that neutral, don't let it curve away from the foam roll. And again, feel free to cross your arms to challenge proprioceptive element more. Two more on each side. And relaxing the legs back down, well done. Take your time to come off on the foam roller. You can slide out to the side for instance, and then bring the foam roll at your feet this time. We're going to go into shoulder bridge next. So it might feel a little bit weird. So just take a minute again to find your neutral now that you no longer have the foam roll on your back. And then you're going to place the foam roll at your feet to start with the bridge. Again, make sure that you are in your neutrals, the feet together, heels apart and toes apart. That little bit of space between your knees. From there, thinking up that harness pulling you up, you're going to tilt pelvic and come up, lengthening up vertebrae per vertebrae all the way up to the ceiling. Keeping neck nice and long, thinking of that imaginary throat between your chin and your chest. And slowly back down, vertebrae per vertebrae, back down to the ground. Squeezing the bottom, tilting up, 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 all the way up. And then back down you go. Breathe out, come up. Breathe in, come back down. Again, feel free to progress at shoulder bridge 1 with your arms crossed, making sure you're not rotating with your pelvis at either side. To progress on, we're going to lengthen the legs from the foam roller. So coming up to shoulder bridge, from there keeping that nice and tall position, buttocks engaged, lengthen the legs away from the body. Then bend the legs back. Feel free to bring your feet back on the foam roller if it slid off. And then back down. And again, coming up to shoulder bridge, lengthen the legs away from the body. Don't let yourself drop down. Bend the legs back and come back down. Breathe in, prep. Out, coming up. In, hold. Out, lengthen. In, come back. Out, back down. It should feel quite hard at your hamstrings. Giving it a good eccentric control there. So you don't have to lengthen the whole way. You can lengthen halfway if you feel like you lose control after that point. Again, cross your arms to make it harder. Let's make it 2 more there. And coming back down, well done. In your own time, come up onto all 4. This time the foam roll is going to be at our hands. Try to have your hands in line with your shoulders, neck nice and long, looking in between your hands at the foam roller. From there, we're going to go into leg pull in prone prep. So tuck your toes, and from there with your back nice and flat, abdominals engaged, you're going to hover up and back down. So it's like a harness in the middle of your back, pulling you up to the ceiling. Again, not dropping either side. Breathe out, come up. Breathe in, back down. Make sure that you're not going so high up that your bottom is sticking higher up than your back. Keeping that nice flat angle. You could have a plateau of joints in your lower back. And back down. Stay at leg pull in prone prep. Or if you want to progress, then bring the arms away from the shoulders slightly. You're going to hover up in that prep again and then shoot forward like a star in order to go into full leg prone, making sure you're not curved down or not hovered too high up. Neck is still nice and long, just looking past the foam roll before you slowly come back. You will feel it in your wrist. It's a really good wrist strengthener exercise as well. Breathe in, prepare. Out to come up and forward. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, back down. Lengthening the whole way, keeping buttocks engaged, abdominals engaged, not dropping at either side. Do you have a rest as you need? We're going to make it 5 more. And depending on your length of your arms, it might be that you feel like you're not quite in the right angle, so you may want to bring your foam roll closer to you, further away. So play around with it so that you don't think like you're fixing through your shoulder blades. And on your last one, relax back down, keeping the foam roll at your hands into your shell stretch. And from there you may want to walk the foam roll away from your body with your hand, so that we are stretching the shoulder blade, thoracic spine region more. Nice relaxed breathing for that stretch. And slowly coming back onto all fours. From there, you're going to bring the foam roll out to one side. Trying to have it not escaping away from you. And from there, you're going to go into thread the needle. So arms out to the side, into that neutral position again. From there, one hand is going to go across the other hand, and the rest of the body is going to twist and follow, keeping pelvic region nice and steady where it's at. Then with your foam roll, you're going to lengthen that arm away from the body. And keep looking at that hand, and then coming back. Breathe out. Threading the needle, using that foam roll to push you away from the body. Breathe in, hold, breathe out, back. Making sure that you're not moving the lower part of your body, just coming from the thoracic spine, shoulder blade region. Go ahead and make it one more on that side. And back. And switch sides. So foam roll on the opposite side. Opposite arm tucking underneath the other arm. Pushing that foam roll away to the body as far as you can go. Keeping lower part of the body nice and steady. Breathing out, lengthen away. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, come back. One more, again watching your hand following with the neck and coming back. Well done everyone. Let's go into sitting now. With the foam roll in front of us and the palm on each side of the end of the foam roll. Neck nice and long. Keeping the natural C shape of your spine, your feet down on the ground, again in that neutral position with your feet and hips apart. You're going to lengthen down the way into a half roll down, and then coming back up, lifting foam roll all the way up, opening shoulder blade region. Breathe out, coming down the way, as low down as you can control. Breathe in, hold. Out, coming back up, all the way up. Arms up above the head with the foam roller. And dropping down again, as low down as you can control, to then come back up. Sinking rib cage down the way, engaging abdominals, lifting up. Not fixing through shoulder blade, this should not creep up to your head. And coming back, we are now going to add an oblique twist. So as we come down the way and we hold, we are then going to bring the foam roll out to one side and then bring it back to the middle. Foam roll out to the other side and bringing it back to the middle before we come all the way back up. And again, breathe out, come down, breathe in, hold. Out, twist out to one side, engage oblique muscles. In, come back. Out, other side. In, hold. Out, come back. And back up you come. Breathe in, hold. Out, coming down. In, hold. Out to the side. In, to come back. Out, other side. In, come back. And out. Back up we come. Lengthening all the way up at the top. Let's make it 2 more. All the way back up and relax back down. Well done. And that is us, well done. I hope that you have enjoyed your foam roller session. As usual, if you've got any comments, any questions or things that you'd like to work on or see next, then please let me know. Do like and subscribe, and I hope to see you all very soon again. Bye bye just now.